while I did this process. Now, this is a fairly large website, so we decided to go ahead and change some. While we're changing the domain name, we're going to change the entire URL structure of the website. Normally, when we redesign a website, we don't really want to change any of the URLs, even to the point of a slash or a not at the end of the URL. If that's what old has, we want to make sure the new one has it, or vice versa, right? Because anytime we change the URLs, Google has to reindex the site, and it'll take a while for Google to do that. But there are two things we're changing while we're doing this. We're changing all the URLs because the old site infrastructure was all level as far as the URL goes. There was no organization to the content. Mm-hmm. So for instance, like they have different divisions, and the website was website.com/service, website.com/service, and it's just all these services. Well, what I tried, that's not a great information architecture view for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't allow people to understand that you offer more than the service by reading the URL, right? By instantly looking at the URL and you see that it's part of a subset of services, you instantly look like you're providing more services. So for instance, if it's website.com/widgets/blue, I now know I have more than just blue widgets. Mm-hmm. And I might want to find the widgets page to see all the other colors of widgets. Also, when you do breadcrumbs, schema for breadcrumbs within the site, you can then instantly allow people to get to the widgets page from the blue widgets page. And so that helps with the internal linking in the site infrastructure. So I'm just saying, well, as long as we're doing this, let's just change every single URL and offer some sort of organization to this. Mm-hmm. And that would be really a good thing. The other thing I'm doing, and I go back and forth on this, so this isn't a hard and fast rule. Go ahead.
Oh, I have a question. I want to make sure that I understand that right. So, like, for example, well, let's just take I'm just looking kind of at my website. I think I did it this way, or maybe I didn't. Okay, so like mine, I have like yourbizwatchdog.com/services, and then there's a page there that lists my little thing, but then from there I can also go to like directly to like even any of my services. So it'd be like /services/GBB fix it.
Right.
Are you saying it should be like that or not have services? It should be like that with services.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right. That's what I have done in the past, and I wanted to make sure.
So if you didn't do that and you just did GMB rescue services, you might not think that you offer anything but that. But if you have services, you kind of begs the question, oh, they offer much more than that, right? And they want to investigate as they're evaluating you. Yes. Plus, the breadcrumbs thing allows better site infrastructure linking, internal linking. And if you have the breadcrumb schema in the search results, you will show up not just as a URL, but it will break it out and show services and then your particular service. The other thing I'm doing, and like I said, I go back and forth on this, is I'm going to add www to the beginning of every URL.
Oh, you are adding it. Sorry, let's get my highlighter.
Yeah. I go back and forth on this. Oh, there's another thing I'm doing too, but the reason I like it is just for future compatibility and flexibility. First of all, I'm going to set up a redirect that if someone types a domain name without the www, it still gets there, right? So it's not really a concern. It's really more for computers than for humans, right? You can get to the same page when you type in www or not. So I could give out business cards and not have www, and people will still get to the page, right? Mm-hmm. But there might be times when a client wants to add a tool, a service or something like that. And then you can do the subdomains like app.website.com, or God forbid you have to have your blog on a separate subdomain. But
Yeah.
okay, well, HubSpot pretty much requires that. And so you could then have blog.website.com easily and cleaner. So I'm going to just do that. Now, if someone just said, no, we don't want triple W, I'd be fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think for maximum flexibility, I like putting triple W in there. And I guess the other thing I was going to mention too is I really like having all my blog posts categorized as a subcategory of blog.
Yeah, I do too.
Don't just put all your blog posts website.com/top tips to do this, top tips to do that in the URL. I want website.com/blog/top tips to do this. So again, a lot of the same reasons, but one of the things that's really nice for the blog perspective of having a subdirectory, so to speak, for blog, is I can then easily go in my analytics or my search console and see which blog posts are performing better as opposed to which landing pages. Because I can just say anything with blog in the URL is a blog post. And as long as I gotta change everything, great. Like I might as well just do it all. And so that's kind of it. If I had a website and they didn't do it, I would not start over.
Start over if it's already done that way. Okay.
But yeah. But unless like they have 2 blog posts and they really haven't done anything, then I might.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I actually started the Reliable Acorn blog as reliableacorn.com/ what you need to know about this, and then I regretted it because for instance, in this case, I wanted to do remarketing to see if you landed on my blog post, I want to remarket you to sign up for my email list. I had no easy way to tell a remarketing cookie which were blog pages. And so when I could just say, hey, any page with blog / whatever, that's retarget those visitors. It became real easy to set up. And that was worth it. So at one point, I actually just said, well, I'm going to take the hit traffic and I'll set up all the redirects.
Yeah.
And just redirect everything to blog / whatever the URL is.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, that's some things to think about. I don't remember us talking about last time.
Yeah. Okay.
Changing what I call changing domain names.
Yeah. And so I'm going to take those because I remember that. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but anyway, I think maybe I said URL instead of domain.
Right. Yeah.
So to get the right word, it's interesting that you're going back to www at the end. At the beginning, I've done it the other way. So
right. I go back and forth. Today, I'm in the triple W day. Tomorrow, I will be not. It's not something I'd fall on my sword for, but I think it allows for maximum flexibility for clients. Let's say a client wants to add a payment portal. That's a great idea. It would just be so much easier if they had triple W for the main website and portal.website.com for that. And that kind of helps. Again, I'm not changing it. I'm setting up redirects whether they go there. Some clients hate it. I get that. I'm not going to fight that battle.
Yeah, I don't like it because I don't. For me, looking at it, I don't like seeing the www. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it other than I'm just like, ooh, I don't like the way that looks.
The only time people really know it is when it's written down.
Yeah.
Like is quick
and
without looking at anything. Without looking at anything, is Curious Ants triple W or not? Right. Right. Who cares?
It is not.
It is.
It is? Oh yeah, it is. I had to click on it. It is.
The point is, you didn't even know.
Yeah. I didn't have a clue. Yeah.
Right. So later, if I need to add consulting.curiousants.com as a different service, I can do that.
So
I could do it without the triple W, but that would distinguish the main website and the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
we could talk about subdomains when this is another conversation. and
Yeah,
how people
okay.
handle subdomains, but I've had clients that needed to add some sort of payment portal or a HubSpot blog or something, and at that point they switched to triple W,
Ah,
and it's like, anyway, it was a little bit
Yeah.
mess. So Yeah.
okay. That makes sense. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
yep,